Welcome to the T2 Hubcast. Join T2 and guests as they discuss all things personal and professional development. The T2 Hubcast, brought to you by the People Performance People.
All right, you're off. We're off and running, T. Welcome to the first edition of 3 in 5.
3 in 5.
Just made it up 5 minutes ago.
But we had to explain it to him.
Yeah. We've been waiting 10 minutes for our trusty cameraman and all things digital, Dylan, to grasp the 3 in 5 concept, which is basically he's going to hit us with 3 questions in 5 minutes, and we don't know what questions they are, but we're going to field them and have a bit of fun with it. So, Dylan, are you in the background?
I am. Okay. First question. Who's been your worst leader in your career?
Oh, it's a hard one. I thought this was going to be like fun.
Oh, do we have to name names? Because that could get us in trouble.
No.
We'll just tell you context behind it.
Yeah.
Go on then. You go first while I'm desperately trying to think of a nice way of saying mine.
I'll just go there. At my worst leader, just reflecting back on it now, narcissistic tendencies.
Yeah.
A lot of blame game, a lot of gaslighting within the team, divide and conquer approach, and just setting you up to fail constantly. And actually, while I was in it, I didn't necessarily see all of it. It wasn't until I sort of stood out of it and saw good leadership at a high level that had made me realise how bad it was. And it actually showed me how not to lead people.
Brilliant. Nice and serious. My worst leader, do you want a name? I can't, because if they watch this, it'll be horrendous,
Yeah,
won't
it'll be awful. That's why I couldn't go there.
My worst leader ever was the Whisperer.
Ooh, tell me more. I like this. Sounds like a Netflix series.
The Whisperer. It was a person who had such low energy and a quiet voice. They never, ever, the tone never fluctuated in anything. It was like this constant talking like this, monotone, whispering. You probably can't even hear this on the camera. But I'm a person, as you know, I'm a person who needs a little bit of oomph.
Yeah.
I need to be driven, motivated. I need high energy. I need to feed off things. And this particular manager, bright as hell and had qualities, but just whispered all the time, and it drove me crazy.
So you didn't know where you were. I'm
Leaders,
excited, worried.
Stop whispering.
Yeah.
Speak up. It's not bedtime stories on CBBS.
Speak up, but not too much.
Yeah, that was my worst experience.
Okay.
Question 2, Dill.
Yeah.
Good question.
2. What do you think your team would say about you?
Oh, I don't know. What do you say about me? Oh, mine would say pain in the ass, erratic. I think they'd say at times overwhelming. I'd say there'd be a lot of those type of descriptors, but underpinned with, awesome. I love him, fucking awesome.
I'll back you up. And I like the fact that you just said everything that, but none of that was bad, because I just think it's exactly what you're talking about with energy, isn't it? Your energy is here, therefore that's what we'll get. But we also know it's underpinned with lots of good stuff.
Mine would be split between, obviously, the equally irritating, frustrating, at times annoying traits with there, but it's all worth it because we have a good crack and, we enjoy what we do. I think that's what they'd say.
Yeah.
T, what would yours say about you?
I don't know.
Apart from psychotic.
A little bit, yeah. I think I'd like to think grafter. So they think that I'm in there doing it, and if I ask them to do 2 things, I'm doing 3 things. I'd say really energetic. I'd say likes to talk a lot.
I think you under-egged that.
I also like to ask good questions and listen. I'm a good listener.
When you're not talking a lot.
When I'm not talking a lot, but I know when to. I think I do get the balance right.
I love it 10 to 9 in the morning when T's just come in the office and she's had a coffee and she's like, "Morning. So everybody, did you watch this last night? And I've got a really good idea. And are you free at 9:30?" And I'm like, "Whoa!" I'm only just halfway through my coffee tea.
Yeah, and me and Lydia are really funny about that because we've had to figure each other out. So yeah, I'd probably say hyper is a good word. But I don't think that's a bad thing. No, I think that's what makes me me. So, yeah.
I would also say, I'd say grafter is a really good one for you. I'd say caring. I'd say loyal. And I would say incredibly intelligent and creative as well.
Oh, thanks, Martin.
Next
Bit of
question.
reciprocity in the room. I like it.
Dylan, next question.
Okay, final question. Thinking about one another, what do you think is their superpower in kryptonite?
One another.
Yep, me too.
Oh, we've just done that, haven't we? No. Superpower, Tracy. I think Tracy's got really good clock speed. The ability to be in a meeting, be in a conversation, and listen to what somebody's saying, not only understand that, but read into why they're saying it and what they need from her, and then very quickly to be able to turn it into a solution and think on her feet is a very, very rare quality. Trust me. I think I can do it to an extent, but I think you're fantastic at it. So I think that's her superpower. She doesn't need to go away, procrastinate. She doesn't not read the situation correctly. She doesn't waffle an answer. It's the clock speed to process information, understand why it's been asked and what they need of her, and then turn it into a solution very quickly. Kryptonite. Oh, did we say 5 minutes for this video, Dylan?
This is a 3 and 6 already.
Already. This is a 3 and 6. It's not a 3 and 5. It's going to turn into a 3 and 10.
3 and 10.
3 and 10. So, kryptonite-wise, I think she sometimes doubts herself and doesn't believe in herself as much as she should do, which plays havoc with her confidence.
Oh, okay. I like the way that you sat back there, like drop the mic. I don't disagree with any of that, to be honest. Now this is a difficult one because in my mind, you've got quite a few, but I think I can kind of encapsulate it in 2 things. One is the visionary. So the fact that you can see miles ahead and you've already got that picture in your head, but yet the landscape changes all the time and you just move with it and then share the vision. So for me, that's like a really big thing. And I think the other thing is the fact, for me, your superpower, for me personally, is you're a doer. So because I align with you, for me, that's like the Avengers.
Yeah.
So
like
because
that.
you won't just sit on it, you'll take the information, you're always moving at pace, and and if we need your help, you're there to push us along as well or give us a little bit of extra advice. So for me personally, that's what I see is there's lots of things in there, but they're the 2 things that make me connect with you.
Spencer talks about the time machine. He thinks I've got a time machine to look into the years. I'm just deluded.
Yeah.
I just have mad
or
thoughts,
you're like this.
thoughts and dreams and go, roll the dice, please come off, please come off.
And I think your kryptonite, it's also funny, is the seagull management bit where you fly and drop your shit and fly out sometimes. But you
that's
don't
in shadow though, isn't it? Shadow. I can feel myself coming. I'm almost in the car in the morning going, right, when I go in there today, I can't do anything else until I've got these 3-4 things off my chest.
Yeah. But the thing about seagull management is sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative, because you can be like that just because you're creative and you've got ideas. And I think that's generally where it comes from for you. It's only when you've had something picked at you a little bit that it goes into proper shit.
Yeah.
Most of the time
it is when someone's busy.
Yeah.
It's like, right, you call a name out.
On me.
Dylan will tell you. The minute he's sat in his corner with his earphones in, taking his time in the middle of some design or something, and I go, Dylan, and I can see his face. He goes, yes. Do you know what I mean? It's like, because he knows something's coming that's not on his agenda, but it's about to come on his agenda. Yeah. Absolutely.
We're both bad for that, for Dylan, aren't we?
So,
yeah, double trouble here.
So what was that? What did that end up being? A 3 in what?
A 3 and 8.5.
Is there any way you can edit the start to say, welcome to the 3 and the 8.5?
I'll do it.
We're going to answer 3 questions in 8.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love that. Listen, should we do one each month?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's get this out and we'll be back. If you want to submit any questions into us for the next 3 and 8.5. It doesn't really sound right, does it? 3 and 8.5. If you want to submit any questions in, we'll call it 3 and 10, Dill, and then we'll come under, yeah?
Yep.
3 and 10.
That's a good idea. Let's do 3 and 10 because then we could do like a bit of
I keep dragging for 50 seconds.
Yeah, so 3 and 10 for next month. It can be questions on leadership management, teamwork, anything that T2 do, but submit some questions to us and via social media, whatever, and me and T will field them in next month's 3 and 10. From me and T.